Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact. I am Michael Cole, here with Ashley Williams and the Jackal. And today on Impact, we have Brock Lesnar, the TWF heavyweight winner, and Paulie Dangerously. First off, I am Paulie Dangerously. Yes, and my true name is Paul Heyman, but my ring name is Paulie Dangerously. And I am the overseer for the lording TWF heavyweight winner, who should have won the TWF Royal Rumble or Kingkin Loudness, but sadly did not. The winner of this shifted out to be the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who we all know might be the only other gifted or skilled Flair in the wrestling business. Besides, we do know that when David Flair seeked to be in a... We know Ric Flair was really good in the ring. David Flair was a hit and miss, and Reed Flair did really good in the beginner wrestling before he died. And the thing about Charlotte Flair is she did very well for herself, too. The only hang-up is once she won it, she made a mistake to get in the face of my buyer, Brock Lesnar. Well, that did happen on Friday Night SmackDown, Michael Cole says. Yes, it did, Ashley Williams says. All of that did happen and some. Well, the Jackal says, and it was kind of, all that did happen on Friday Night SmackDown. So, I think, here's Charlotte Flair now. You think that I'm frightened of you, Paulie Dangerously, or your buyer, Brock Lesnar? You talk about Brock Lesnar and all the things he has done. You leave out a lot of things. You talk about how he was an MCWA heavyweight winner in the beginner wrestling, something that my brother Reed Flair was really truly good at before he died. Alright? You leave out his OVW team winning. He won that about 3 times with Shelton Benjamin. Then you just talk about how he's this 4-time WWE heavyweight winner, this 2-time world heavyweight winner. He's a UFC heavyweight winner, but you live out being the MJP heavyweight winner too. But you leave out how he fucked up in the NFL. You only talk about his MCWA, his OVW, WWF, WWE, NJPW, and UFC shit. You don't talk about his NFL shit. You don't talk about how he seeked to get on, how he wanted to be a football player, but no team in the NFL would have him. So he was basically just whatever. You know what? When it comes to wrestling and fighting, Charlotte Flair, that's where Brock Lesnar's skill and craft was at. Not in football. You see, maybe Brock wasn't good at, running to the field goal and doing a tackle, whatever the fuck they call it. And then, But then again, we'll never know because no team in the NFL wanted to pick him up. Yeah. He did stuff in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment, and he did stuff in Ultimate Professional Wrestling that the dummies in the National Football League, if they would have seen all that, they would know what they were missing. Anyway, but Charlotte Flair, you know that Brock Lesnar has beaten, bullied, broken, harmed, and overtaken every fighter and wrestler he has ever gone in the ring with. Brock Lesnar could also take out any football player too. So let's be earnest about that. So, you know what? Charlotte Flair says, I've won more winnings than Brock Lesnar has won. Yeah, I was a WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight winner, the WWE Divas Heavyweight winner, the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winner, the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winner. I won all those belts. I done something that no man or woman has done. You know, I don't think Brock Lesnar could say that. You know, yeah, maybe you are a former NJPW heavyweight winner, a former UFC heavyweight winner, a former 4-time or 5-time WWE heavyweight winner, a 2-time World Heavyweight winner, maybe King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner. Okay, good for you, but whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not as good as mine. And we all know, Brock, that belt will look real good around me instead of being around you. It doesn't even fit around you. Okay, I will tell you right now, I'm going to be earnest with you, Brock Lesnar says. Charlotte Flair, I do unlook everything you've done in the wrestling business. Everything you did. WWE NXT heavyweight. WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight winner. WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winner. WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winner. WWE Divas Heavyweight winner. Hell, one day you might actually be put in the Hall of Fame one day. You know, but you ain't. But even though I might unlook you for all that shit, you wouldn't. You are not me. And I would beat everyone. Yeah, I would beat your father, Ric Flair, that I did. I would beat David Flair, your half-brother, that everyone in the Flair kin seems to not talk about anymore. I would have beat Reed Flair too. And I would have beat you too. And everyone else in the Flair kin. Hell, I would have beaten F5 Comthred Thompson too, just for the hell of it. And hey, I would soon take your husband to be, what was his name? Oh, Andrade Cien. I would have dropped him too. So, I'm just going to be earnest and tell you I would have dropped everyone. Is that what you think? Is that what you think, Brock Lesnar? That you're just going to drop me, Charlotte Flair says. Well, let me tell you something. At WrestlePalooza, I'm going to beat you like Bill Goldberg did 2 times, Seth Rollins did 2 times, John Cena did once, The Undertaker did once, how Roman Reigns did 2 times. You know, how Roman Reigns did once. So, at the end of the day, Brock, and what the Big Show did once, so, in other words, Brock Lesnar, I don't know how unbeatable you are. Woo! You're not gonna woo my shit. And Charlotte Flair getting out of the ring, Michael Cole said before Brock Lesnar can do anything to her, because you know what shit Brock Lesnar had. Oh, and how Triple H has beat him 2 times. Oh, and don't forget how Triple H has also beat you 2 times too. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We all know the shit that we all know the shit that Brock Lesnar can do, Michael Cole says. Yes, we certainly do, Ashley Williams said. I wrestled Brock Lesnar more than once, so I know how it's like. Me too, the Jackal said. Everyone knows how it's like. Well, now it's time for the show. Now it's time for the show. Now it's time for the O's. Now it's time for come on. Well, now it's time, for Seth Rollins and his henchmen, I don't know. Okay, here we go. We do know that Seth Rollins now has new henchmen. And let's see. And here comes Seth Rollins now with his new henchmen, Eggs, Razor, and Akam, the OC, the AOP. Alright, I got my true henchmen with me now. And they're going to help me take out everyone in the TWF. Hold on. You say that we're not your henchmen anymore, Sinner says. Hey, I'll tell you right now, Believe, and Spear says, you're saying we're no longer your henchmen anymore? That's just wrong. Yeah, that's right. You're not my henchman anymore. Akam, Razor, take him out. Wait a minute. Akam. This is Akam taking him out. And Razor just taking out the other ones. Oh! Well, there goes Sinner. And there goes Spear and Belief. All taken out now by Seth Rollins' new henchmen and followers. And Curve Stomp to Belief. And Curve Stomp to Sinner. And now we're going to take out the team of Godzilla, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe and Belasca. But we also have a friend too. I bet you if I call over. Well, looks like sadly wakefulness made them fall over. You know that was gonna happen. You know that was gonna happen. Well, here it comes now. Here comes Godzilla. Along with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, and Godzilla's gonna go after, is gonna fight Seth Rollins here. And now we got, I believe that's Akam. I could be wrong, but I believe that's Razor. Oh! And Razor and Samoa Joe fighting it out here. And Kevin Owens fighting out with Akam right now. And apparently we got, right in the ring right now, we got Godzilla with with one of his, and Godzilla's fighting fighting Seth Rollins with his fighting stick, and down goes Seth Rollins. Oh no, it just fell out of the ring. Look out, Michael Cole says. Who is that? Oh, that's Cowboy James Storm. James Storm just helped it out, Seth Rollins there. James Storm out of nowhere, Ashley Williams says. What is this all about? Curve Stomp to Godzilla. And this looks like this is going to be it here. And Akam and Razor got Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Oh, they just took both Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens out. Right there in front of us. Michael Cole said, yeah, Ashley Williams says, we saw that sadly happen. And what about Belasca? What about Belasca? Is she going to be in harm's way? Oh! Apparently Belasca just got final called it by Seth Rollins by James Storm. 1, 2, 3. Well, the Jackal says, how do you like that? Here is your winners. Here are your winners, Seth Rollins. And the O's, here are your winners, Seth Rollins. The AOP, Razor, and Akam, and James Storm, who is now seen to have joined up now with Seth Rollins and Akam and Razor, Michael Cole says. Tell me, why would James Storm team up with these two? I don't understand why James Storm would be with these two, but apparently it's happened. I can't believe that. Can you believe that? Because I certainly cannot believe it, Michael Cole said. Me either, Ashley Williams says. That James Storm now joined up with Seth Rollins and Akam and Razor, the AOP. Now, why is going on? I don't know, Ashley Williams. I know one thing that Jackal said. I like all this fighting that's going on. You see, you got everyone down. Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Godzilla, Belasca. You got Sinner. You got Belief and Spear. They're down too. The only one that doesn't seem to be down right now seems to be Gorilla Monsoon, who is now going to be talking with Seth Rollins. We're going to hear from Gorilla Monsoon because I understand that they're going to be on their way back now, Michael Cole says. And maybe Gorilla Monsoon can talk with all of them and get some answers. Okay, Michael Cole says, well, the Jackal says, I liked it. I think Seth Rollins, Akam and Razor and James Storm are going to go. They're going to go steads. Are they? Michael Cole says, or are they just going to do all kinds of evil shit here in the Toy Wrestling Federation? Well, we don't know what kind of shit they're going to do, Ashley Williams says. But one thing is true, it's not good shit. That's right, the Jackal says. Once they Gorilla Monsoon can talk with them. I'm here with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, what's going on here? As you can see, Gorilla Monsoon, I got a new wrestler to follow me. You see, I had to put down Godzilla and Belasca and Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. They wanted to unlook me and not give me the unlook I needed as a leader. So Kevin Owens, Belasca, Samoa Joe, and Godzilla, you now all got put in your stead by me. You have anything to say? Don't have anything to say. Seth Rollins is good leader. And anyone who shames her unlook Seth Rollins will be put in ache. Ain't no play on my name. And James Storm, what are you doing with them? Seth Rollins is a leader. I listen to everything Seth Rollins says, and I want to be on the right side of yesteryear. So unlike Aladdin and Jasmine and Kevin Owens and Belasca and Samoa Joe and Godzilla, all of them want to be on the wrong side of yesteryear. But I, James Storm, want to be on the right side of yesteryear. And when Buddy Murphy gets here, then we'll whip Buddy Murphy in with open hands. We'll welcome him in with open arms. Because it's only going to get bigger from here. Well, apparently, Seth Rollins got the AOP, Akam, and Razor, and now James Storm with them. Back to you, Michael Cole. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, Michael Cole says. Apparently, Seth Rollins now has new henchmen getting more followers every day. You saw what he did to his former henchmen, Belief and Spear and Sinner, those UFC fighters. Michael Cole said, yes, we did, actually. Williams said we saw them, got taken down long before we saw Belasca and Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Godzilla getting taken down. The same way we saw Lad and Jasmine get taken down. The same way they seek to take me down, but it didn't work, Ashley Williams said. I'll tell you one thing, the Jackal said, no one is going to be fucking with Seth Rollins anymore. Everyone's going to show him on look, or they're going to show him on look. You know? We want to let you know that Kevin Owens and Belasca and Samoa Joe and Godzilla are alright. And that Sinner and Belief and Spear, I believe, they're doing good too. You know? Just the latest list of the beaten in the hands of Seth Rollins and his followers, Michael Cole says here, and the TWF. That's right, Ashley Williams says. Jack will say, you probably wonder why we got this new ring. Well, yesterday, after we did Monday Night Raw, the other ring post came off, broke off, couldn't go back on, so that's why we're working with this one now. Well, looks like it's all the time we got here for TWF Impact. I'm Michael Cole for Ashley Williams. Before we go, Michael Cole says, where do you think this is going to stop? Do you think they're going to keep on getting more and more followers as time goes on, Michael Cole says? I believe so, Ashley Williams says. This is like all the other teams you see. This is like the Imperium and the Undisputed Era and WWE on NXT. This is like the Inner Circle or whatever Chris Jericho's team is in NXT on AEW and Dynamite. This is like the New World Order in WCW on Monday Nitro and Thunder back in the day. This is like the Four Horsemen during their time in Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, World Championship Wrestling. You know, this is like, I don't know, but this team is going to makes all of those teams look like nothing. You know, of course, Chris Jericho and his team of followers and AEW can say they're the shit. You know, Adam Cole and his team can say they're the shit. Hell, Walter and his team can say they're the shit if they want. But I think Seth Rollins, he's in the OC. AJ Styles and his team can say whatever they want to say. But at the end of the day, I think that Seth Rollins and his followers are going to do more harm than AJ Styles and his in the OC, Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle, what do you want to call it, Adam Cole and his Undisputed Era, and Walter and his Imperium team. You could be right about that, the Jackal said. All those teams are led by men who have a wisdom of the wrestling business. But I believe Seth Rollins is putting together a team that are going to do what Adam Cole, AJ Styles, and Walter and Chris Jericho could only wish they could do with their teams. And that's all the time we got here, Michael Cole says. I'm Michael Cole for Ashley Williams and the Jackal. We hope you liked Impact, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT and Dynamite.